You open your eyes after a good night's sleep. You step outside and enjoy the scenery, looking out over the beautiful earldom of Dorset. Just over the hill, you can see the bustling borough of Poole. You turn back, you head back inside to Wareham to go and meet Alfred and begin your day. Well, good morning, fellow travellers. I'm probably overdoing the intros there, but I love it. Alfred seems to like them as well. In fact, Alfred was telling me that he had to get his handkerchief out after watching the first one. Bless you and your beard, sir. So, little update on what we was doing last time. We had a little go through England, the current situation, Vikings, etc, etc. We saw some majestic beards, excellent. Now we're going to continue with the actual story. Now, currently what we have is we have our brother, Ethelred. He is currently going through and handing out some domains since, he has too many domains. So that is absolutely excellent. What we're going to do is we're going to quickly have a word with our council here, and we're going to make sure that they're doing what we want them to do. Now, Reeve Osric here, we know he's an absolute outstanding chancellor. So what we're going to ask him to do is sort out domestic affairs. This will just basically ask him to go around the earldom and make sure that everybody is happy. We're also going to ask Ethelwulf here if he wouldn't mind increasing the development of Wareham. As we know, the barony of Somerset had a development of 6, where Wareham only had 5. Let's try and boost that up. Of course, that's important. We're also going to ask our marshal here if he wouldn't mind training some commanders. Now, the problem is Bjornrik here, he's a little bit poop and he's probably going to end up hurting someone. However, I blame the fact. If you had a beard, sir, then I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem. However, it is a problem you don't have a beard, sir. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to wait for our funds to build. We have got quite a nice amount of funds, which is obviously pleasant. We're going to keep our eye on the current situation that is going on around the East Angles. Of course, as you know, we are helping old East Edmund here. We're helping Edmund against Ivar the Boneless. Again, we don't know why it's called the Boneless. We try not to ask too many questions. We do know that we're currently getting raided in Kent. We do have notifications from Kent come through that Vikings are causing absolute mayhem there. That is tragic. Unfortunately, there's not really much we can do. We do have quite a reasonably sized army. What we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look into our army real quick. So, we have got some bowmen, men-at-arms, extremely useful. We also have some Huskarls. Now, these guys are absolute machines. So, that is absolutely wonderful. They currently are not stationed anywhere. So, what we're going to do is we are going to station them in, of course, Wareham. Of course, Alfred loves Wareham. It's his favourite place. We're also going to ask the bowmen as well. We're going to station them in Bath. Now, this is going to be absolutely excellent as Bath has a defender advantage due to the forest. So that is absolutely wonderful. Hopefully the bowmen, if needed, can pick the odd person off. Now, we do have some levies. Levies are absolute garbage. They are really they consist of peasant militia, ruffians and local sellswords. If they get attacked, if they get routed, they're just going to run. Every man for himself. They're not going to try and screen or pursue or anything. They'll just run. However, numbers is important. So if we can try and boost that up, we will. But obviously, men-at-arms, that is where it's at. So wonderful there. So with everything sorted there, that seems absolutely wonderful. What we're going to do is we're going to continue as we were. Obviously keep our eye on. We will be getting some battle reports from our brother. Our brother is not currently in charge of the army. That is a little bit of a shame. He has entrusted it to one of his thanes apparently. So we'll have to keep an update on that. See exactly what happens. Wonderful. We do know that it seems to be going reasonably well at the moment. If we have a quick look into the actual battle, we do have some reports back. It does appear Ivar has a similar, quite a similar number of army. We do know that we have won, we being us, West Seax and Mercia and the East Angles, they have won 2 battles of Norfolk. So it does appear Norfolk here is the capital of the East Angles. So it does appear that they have won 2 battles over there, which is absolutely wonderful. So we'll have to see how that progresses. We do have King Aelle up here in Northumbria. We don't really give a rat's bottom about Aelle. In fact, actually, I hope Aelle loses because I don't like his face. Although he does have a majestic beard, so maybe that will save him. We will have to wait and find out. So we have got some reports from Norfolk that some Vikings have landed in Norfolk. Apparently our troops are on the way. Hopefully they should be able to resolve that. I'd be very surprised if that isn't the case. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have to keep our eye on that. One quick thing we are going to do is quickly have a look in our current situations. We do need a court position as well as create some accolades, possible negotiations as well. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to get a negotiation with our dear brother, the majestic beard holder. Beard? That's a moustache, sir. We're going to send, obviously, an alliance request. Now, he's obviously going to accept it because, as I mentioned, excellent. That is excellent news, brother. We really appreciate that. As I did mention, our good friend here, the Marshal Beathric, we have asked him to train some commanders as well as search for some new knights, really. It does appear that he has gone off and wounded one of our knights. He's only been at the job for a few days and he's already gashed somebody's eye out. So just be careful there, please, sir. With that being said, hopefully he's doing an okay job. We might have to ask him to maybe swap role because, yeah, if he's injuring people that quickly, then you're meant to be injuring the enemy, sir, not our own troops. We'll have to keep an eye on him. So all in all, everything seems to be going really well. Alfred seems to be having a really laugh at something here, and it is because his dear and beautiful wife Elswith is with child. Alfred, I don't see why that's so funny, but either way, that could be excitement. We'll chalk that down to excitement. So that is wonderful news for Alfred. Wonderful news. He cannot wait to hold the babe in his arms. Please don't be a boy. We're not ready for that yet. So we'll have to wait and see. Ooh, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. We do hope it's a girl. We really hope it's a girl. We do need a boy. Now, we have just had some absolute crushing news from Wessex just dropped down on our desk right now. It would appear our beloved brother, Ethelred, King of Mercia, the guy with the moustache, he has died. Now, this is terrible. He was our dear friend. We absolutely loved our brother. We're going to try and find out exactly what has happened here. It would appear that he has died on his horse while hunting. So apparently he's fell from his horse while hunting and he's died from his injuries. That is absolutely tragic. Obviously, this comes with some good news, and the good news is you are now looking at the new King of Wessex. All hail Alfred. Alfred is the man. Of course he's going to be king. Look at the beard. The beard alone qualifies him to be king. So that is absolutely wonderful news. Really wonderful. However, this does mean we have got quite a big task ahead of us right now. So we'll try and get through this as quickly as possible, but we have got quite a lot to go through. So first things first, we need to have a quick check through our reeves. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little stroll in through our court and we'll go and meet some people, see who we bump into. Yeah, let's see who we bump into. So the first person we bump into walking the corridors is a gentleman called Edric. Now, we've not met Edric before. We're going to have a quick chat with Edric and see what sort of man he is. He seems like quite a pleasant man. We have noticed the beard, so nice, sir, very nice. So yeah, we speak to Edric. We do know he's a bold villain, so yeah, acts towards us and others according to personality, so yeah. We do know that he's an honest man. He seems like an honest man, which is very pleasant. We also can see that he's a trusting man who places his faith in others, which is lovely. What a lovely thing. We do know he's a bit of a sadistic man as well, so probably best not to upset him, I would say. So yeah, that all seems great. Edric, you're more than welcome to walk around, sir. Hope you have a wonderful visit. We also have Elfgafu here. Now, Elfgafu is our brother's wife's mother. Now, that sounds confusing. Hopefully you've worked that hopefully you've worked that out. I'm not going to explain it any further. We do need to keep our eye on our brother's wife, as she is family and we need to look after her. It is the right thing to do, and Alfred always does the right thing because he is Alfred. So that is very nice to know. She's 63. She's getting on a bit. Please don't die in the corridors, my darling. I really hope you all the best there. We also come across a chap called Ethelred here. Now, Ethelred seems to be our... This guy seems very familiar. I don't believe we have met him before. He is injured, however. Perhaps he has already met our Marshal. Maybe. In fact, this is our knight. This is our old knight. Yes, he has met our Marshal. Our Marshal wounded him. So that's terrible. He is a very intelligent man, however, so that is worth noting. He's also an honest man and a temperate man, so he likes things in moderation. He's not going to become a raving alcoholic, so that's really pleasant. He doesn't have a great opinion of us, as he was fired from the council. That is a shame, sir. What we're going to do is we're going to keep our eye on him. Probably not a great marshal, but he may make a reasonable vassal. So, food for thought. By all means, friend, stay around and make yourself at home. By God, make yourself at home. So, we have Wulfsrith here. Now, I can only imagine she's heartbroken with the passing of our dear brother. She probably misses the moustache. I don't blame you, my darling. So, we'll keep our eyes on her. We do know that her father and her mother, etc. Her mother is in our council at the moment, but her father is an Earl. Earl Uhtred the Noble in Middle Seax there, so London. We'll keep our eye on there. She seems a very pleasant person, so certainly somebody we may have to put on the council. Now, we have our beautiful wife, of course, the Duchess. You are an absolute stunner, my darling. Very good. Now, we also have a young chap. This is Bjornrik the Injurer, or Bjornrik the... This guy probably is not going to be our marshal anymore, since you've already injured somebody, sir, and you don't have a beard. No beard, no council position. So he is, however, a decent chap and might make a decent knight. So that is certainly something to keep in mind there. Now, we also have, as we walk around our corridor, we do bump into a beautiful lady called Briengrith. Now, Bjorn, we're going to call you my dear because your name is too complicated. Now, she seems like quite a pleasant lady, possibly somebody we could marry. Not ourselves. Alfred's taken. Alfred's wife is beautiful. We're not going to remarry, don't you worry about that. Although you do have a cute face, my dear. So, I think this might be a nice wife for our... Let's have a look if we can find our young Bjorn. We've spelt that wrong. Apologies. Let's have a look if we can't find him. And here he is. This seems wonderful. So, let's send the proposal. We'll see how things go with that. That seems like quite a nice little match there. So that'll be quite pleasant for them. All the best, people. That is lovely. We have our knight here, our knight Ethelwulf. This guy's a pretty good knight. In fact, I think we need to add him to our little journal because this could be a man who we keep our eye on. Now, he is missing a wife. So what we might do is just have a quick look to see if we can find him a lovely wife. Here we go. Let's have a quick look who we have. We do have this young lady here, Edgarfith. We'll call you Eld, my dear, because again your name is quite complicated. We will send the proposal and fingers crossed she accepts. That will be a beautiful match for you, sir. You are more than welcome. Now, we carry on going. We do bump into a chap called Elfwald here. Now, Elfwald, we'll have a quick chat with him, but he does seem like quite a deceitful, ambitious man. Not the sort of character we really want to be looking at too often. So, we're probably going to pass on you, sir. Your beard is very majestic, but it is just not majestic enough. So there we go. Now, we carry on having a look. We do stumble across Elfrith here. Now, we have met Elfrith before. He is a pleasant chap. He used to be our old bishop. He seems to have followed us across over to Wessex, which is very pleasant. Unfortunately, we do already have a bishop, so it is not something we can help you with. Plus, our current bishop has a majestic beard, and you don't, sir, so you don't qualify. Plus, I don't like the rumours that you're more handsome than me, so yeah. However, we will keep you around because you seem like quite a pleasant guy. We also bump into our bishop, Elfsig here. Now, Elfsig seems like a very pleasant guy indeed. He is a stubborn man, he is a humble man, and he is an insightful thinker. So that's extremely pleasant, and hopefully with such a majestic beard, he can help us with our success. So absolutely wonderful. That seems like everybody. What we're going to do is, of course, the first thing we really need to be doing here is sorting our council out. So we already have our bishop here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to think of some things to do where we can impress our new bishop. Because obviously, if Elfsig here really likes us, he will grant us more taxes and levies, which is perfect. Now, he does speak Anglic. Our diplomacy is off the scale, of course, because we are Alfred, so things should go pretty reasonably good there. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We both have majestic beards, so at least we have something in common. Now, our Chancellor, we will have a look for Chancellors here. Now, we could ask our old Chancellor, Reeve Osric here. He was a pretty good Chancellor. However, we do have an Earl here. Now, having an Earl on the council is extremely important, as they're important people and they would expect to be on the council. So he also seems like quite a pleasant guy from what we've heard. He is an intelligent man from what we've heard. Apparently he's ambitious, so maybe something we have to keep our eye on. But he is a quick man, so excellent. There you go, sir. You have a beard. You're allowed on the council. So again, we need to have a steward. So Alfred's in his study room. He's in his he's going through his ledgers. He's really thinking, right, what else do we need? Well, we need a steward. We need a good steward. Now, we do have a couple of options here. I will probably, and this is a no-brainer straight away. This is a no-brainer. We are going to ask Earl Uhtred here, the noble. This is our sister-in-law. This is her father. He is currently running the Borough of London, so that would be really nice to have him on there. Again, he has a beard. He does qualify for a council position. Now, we have a marshal. We desperately need a marshal here. So, having a little think, who could we have as a marshal? We need somebody really quite brave and just powerful as our marshal. I can't really see anybody straight off the bat here that would probably make an excellent marshal. I think what we're going to do here is... it's a tricky one. What we're going to do is we're going to reassign Elswine here. So we'll get Elswine. Again, he's got a beard. He does qualify. And we're going to change our... Yes, excellent. Okay, so we will have Reeve Osric. We do know he's a decent guy. His beard is not quite majestic enough yet, but apparently, rumour has it, he is growing it. So that is absolutely excellent. You do qualify, sir, but only just. Now, we do need a spy master just in case there's any sneaky people. What we're going to do is we are going to ask another Earl. It is nice to have Earls on our council. They will really appreciate that. However, Reeve Cuthred here does seem like quite a nice person to have. Who do we choose? I guess... Yes, okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to have... Yes, okay, so the decision has been made. Alfred has been stroking his majestic beard, trying to think of the best person. He has gone with Reeve Cuthred. Who are we to argue? Alfred is the king. So that is all absolutely wonderful. What we're going to do is we're just going to send a letter to Uhtred here and just say, you know, great news on the new promotion to your stewardship there. Excellent. If you wouldn't mind popping over to Winchester and just managing the development for us. So this will be excellent. He will start to manage the development, manage the building project, and make sure that everything's going to plan. That is absolutely excellent. I'm sure he will do an excellent job. Yes, he will do an excellent job, I'm sure. Now, we do want our marshal to continue training knights. However, we do currently have our army up. So it will be beneficial if he continues just to organise the army, which is currently in place. So we'll leave him there. We are going to ask our darling wife who's pregnant. Hopefully, hopefully this isn't too much pressure on you, my beautiful lady. But we're going to ask you to manage the domain for us. So obviously Alfred's going to be busy. We are going to be walking around. Our beautiful queen has asked if she can help with anything. Yes, my dear, you can help manage the domain, you absolute beautiful woman. So that is absolutely wonderful. Everything seems to be going really well there. What we need to quickly do is we quickly need to sort our military out for a start. We do have, yes, so we now have a lot more Huskarls, which is excellent. We have inherited these from our brother, so that is wonderful. God rest your soul. So wonderful. What we're going to do is we are obviously going to not stationed in any holdings. Regiment is raised. Okay, so because they're currently raised at the moment, fighting alongside our men, we will have to come back to that. However, we do have, excellent, here we go, we do have some knights. Now, currently we have an acclaimed knight. Now, our acclaimed knight here is reasonably good. You don't have a beard, sir. You don't have a beard, sir. Unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure that we can grant you the privileged, accolade, esteemed knight position without a majestic beard. However, he does have the best prowess. So maybe you do qualify, but make sure you grow that beard, sir. I will be watching. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So let us just have a quick check. Everything seems to be in place there. We are just going to have a quick look, make sure that everybody, yes, everything seems to be perfect there. No problems at all. Wonderful stuff. So with that being done, we've sorted our council, we've sorted out our militia. We do need to quickly sort out our region. Now, excuse me, apologies. Now, our region is our beautiful wife. She is selfless, of course she is. She's Alfred's wife and she's beautiful. She will not have a problem at all. So, absolutely wonderful. She is average, so that is pretty reasonable. Yeah, that seems fine. Absolutely fine, my dear. You carry on. We will ask you to fill the coffers in our absence, so absolutely wonderful. What we're going to do is we're just going to have a quick look at some court positions. We do know we have an antiquarian. It is our sister-in-law's mother. Apparently, word has it, she's a bit rubbish at the job, but, you know, we'll leave her. We'll leave her. She's practically dying anyway, so she'll be dead. She'll be dead soon. It's fine. Please, please die soon. So we do need a court physician. Now, we had a quick look. There's not really anybody. So what we're going to do is we are going to... Right, okay, so we're in our study. We've got some people. We're going to send out some messengers and see if there's any court physicians at all that might be unmarried and we could get them in here. So obviously we're going to set right, okay, we're going to tell our people we just go out and search for females. We want some females, we want them unmarried. Come back with us and let us know if you've found anyone, but please, please, please make sure that they are Catholic. So they have come back to us and they've said, look, well, we do have one, but she's a nun. Well, that is absolutely no good whatsoever, sir. They do have another one called Giovanni. Now, yeah. Now, she is promising. However, I don't know. There's something. I'll tell you what, we're going to go for it anyway. It's not us marrying her, is it? So, so there we go. Ethelrith, I do believe we have already got you a wife sorted, but maybe that was somebody else. we will send a proposal anyway and see how things go with that one, sir. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Now, that should hopefully be our court physician sorted. We do need a master of the caravan. So, master of the caravan will assist us in travelling and take charge and just make sure that we arrive at our destination safely and on time. Now, Alfred is one for hunts, he's one for tournaments, he's one for glory and prestige. Alfred loves all of that, so he plans to do a lot of this. So we are going to ask our good friend Ethelwulf here. He's our knight, he has a beard, he can have the job. Excellent. Right, superb. So we probably need a court tutor as well. Now, I am going to ask Ethelred here. He is a handsome man, not as handsome as Alfred, but he is an intelligent man. He should do an excellent job at that. We're going to get a court tutor because this does help with our language schemes as well as raising our children. Don't forget, our beautiful wife is currently with child. Fingers crossed, please be a girl, please be a girl. And we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens. So, wonderful. Now, we do love hunting. Alfred loves hunting. It's like one of his favourite things. He loves it. We do need a master of the hunt. Now, yes, we already have Ethelwulf. Now, Ethelwulf currently has a position as the caravan master. We probably don't want to give too much to Ethelwulf. We do love Ethelwulf. You have a nice beard. However, Elfwald here has an even nicer beard, so you get the job, sir. We do need a master of the house. I can't think of anyone else other than our sister-in-law, so this is pleasant because that gives her an important role, make her feel important, and it is an important role. This is master of the house, lady of the house, managing the servants and making sure that the day-to-day running of the royal house is running smoothly. I can't think of anyone better than you, Wulfsrith, my dear. You will do an excellent job. Other that, or we make you the court jester. So, so shut up and do a good job. So we don't really need bodyguards. It would be good to have a posse roaming around with us. However, I suppose we could have a little brief look. I mean, there's not really anybody in there. We're not making you. No. You'll end up injuring us, sir, so no, we're not having you in there. So that seems all pleasant. We don't want to be spending too much money either, because don't forget, we don't have too much coming in at the moment as we are just starting out. So what we're going to do is, while we're in our study room, we're going to have a little think, because Alfred noticed that his money bag is just starting to get a little bit heavy. It's just starting to weigh him down just a little bit, and Alfred does not like a heavy money bag. Alfred does not like that at all. So what Alfred's going to do is he's going to just spend his money. Alfred's going to spend his money. Why not? It's your money, Alfred. You can spend it however you want, sir. So obviously, Hampshire. Now, this is going to be our capital. Our capital is going to be Winchester as soon as we get a chance. We can't do it now because our army is raised and it'll just cause absolute chaos if we start moving our capital around. But Winchester was the heart of Wessex, and it is going to be the heart of Wessex again. So that is absolutely wonderful. What we're going to do is, we do know that there is currently a small harbour. We've had a little look around. It's a small trade port. A humble harbour sits at the shore, allowing ships to load and offload their cargo without much effort. Well, that sounds wonderful. That sounds lovely. It will be bringing us a nice little bit of money in as well, so that is very pleasant. What we might do is we could have a look at getting something else in there. Now, stables would be handy, blacksmiths would be handy. However, yeah, now this will give us some reinforcement rates. If we get a blacksmith working there, smelting and you know, making us some weapons and tools, that will help. It will give us some money as well, and it will reduce any hosting of grand tournaments. Now, Winchester. Alfred loves Winchester. It's his favourite place other than Wareham. In fact, he's gone off Wareham a little bit. It's now Winchester. So Alfred loves Winchester. Everybody loves Winchester. Alfred is king. So it would, of course, be the obvious choice for grand tournaments. Of course, grand tournaments are going to be held in Winchester. So the blacksmith would help with that. That is worth thinking about, Alfred. That is worth thinking about. However, stables would also be quite good. We do want to be quite a good cavalry. Cavalry is quite important, so it is important. However, so are castle walls. I think castle walls. Obviously, we want walls and towers. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little note in our ledger, and we're going to speak with our architect and say, look, we want some stone walls with intimidating towers offering excellent protection from both raids and sieges. So that sounds excellent. Alfred, calm down. You're getting too excited, sir. That sounds wonderful. We're going to have a word with our architect and we'll get that implemented as soon as possible. So that has chipped a bit of our money. His money bag is feeling a little bit less heavy, which is pleasant because Alfred does not like heavy money bag. So we've got a couple of letters just pop at our desk here. Somebody has accepted our marriage proposal, and it would appear, yes, I believe, yes, excellent. Our gracious and glorious knight here, Ethelwulf, has in fact got married. So congratulations to you, sir. I hope you all the best. Excellent. So we also have another letter come through, and it is from It's from Giovanna. So okay, Giovanna has sent us a letter and said, this will be great. I will love to marry your good friend Ellsworth here. So Ethelred here is going to be absolutely over the moon. He's beautiful. He's he is a little bit younger than you, madam. He is a little bit younger than you. However, he doesn't have a beard, so I don't know how happy you're going to be with him. You could always ask him to grow one. I'm sure he won't mind. Now, what we're going to quickly do is that was our court physician. Of course it was. We're going to ask Giovanni. She has just arrived at court. Welcome, Giovanni. It's lovely to have you, my dear. Would you mind being our court physician? And she seems like she has accepted. She said, yes, no problem. I don't mind doing that for you. Now, first of all, we need to have a quick check of opinion. Now, she hasn't got a great opinion of us because of the cultural acceptance. Of course, she's not Anglo-Saxon. Now, this could be a small problem. We want her to have a good opinion of us. The better opinion, the more willing she will be to help us. And yeah, so there we go. We also probably need to learn her language as well, because how are we going to be able to tell her that we've got an ailment if she can't understand us? Obviously, if we turn up and our leg's missing, then I'm sure that's fine. She probably, hopefully, and I would hope you would know the problem if our leg was missing, my dear. So we're going to carry on with that. We have received some word that it does appear King Aela is really struggling up there. Excellent, just what we was hoping for. Now, we do have confirmation that we have Ivar the Boneless here. Now, it does appear that he is trying to attack us. We have had word he has in fact arrived to attack us. This is absolutely excellent. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can defeat the man. We do have, hopefully, please by God, no, it does look like we are on our own here. Our commander does not have a beard. This is terrible. We will probably lose. However, things seem to be going really well. We do have confirmation that the battle is going extremely well, even without the beard. All fingers crossed that we can win this. It does appear we have received word back from our troops that we have won the battle. Excellent. We've also received notification that White Shirt Halfdan has in fact beaten King Aela and seized all his territory. That is terrible for you, sir. So fingers crossed that we can defeat Ivar the Boneless here. Now, it does appear that we really do need to be helping our dear friend Edmund. I am wondering where Mercia is at this moment in time, as they don't seem to be here. Now, we do know that Ivar has got an army that is currently marching around, so we do need to pop over there and try and help as best we can. However, we are aware that Edmund is getting absolutely wrecked over there, so that is a damn shame. Now, while we're in our studies, we have come across a book describing how ancient monarchs and things use traces and visions and of ecstasy to communicate with the heavens. So Alfred's there, he's reading this book about how to communicate with the heavens. It seems a strange practice in our modern age, but perhaps there is something to be learnt from them. So we've got a couple of options here, Alfred. Do you continue or do you read on? Now, I think, Alfred, you should read on because this seems like a bit of a weird book. So I'd read on and just keep on studying, sir. I'm sure you're doing an excellent job. So Alfred has carried on reading. The more I dig into the ancient text, the more I discover could the mysterious practice of the ancients. Yeah, so Christianity itself. Oh, careful, Alfred. Don't get burnt, sir. Don't get burnt at the stake. I seem to have stumbled across something remarkable. Excellent. Let's sell it. There is no option to sell it. That is a shame. So this is teaching me so much about my faith. Alfred, you are such a pious man. You are such a pious man, sir. So we've just had some confirmation, some really good news. So our beautiful wife has come in and she's holding our beautiful daughter in her arms. Oh, this is lovely. It's a daughter, thank God. And dearest husband, could we name it Edbert after my mother? Of course we can, my dear. Edbert it is. What a beautiful name. A beautiful choice there. Now what we're going to do is we are going to ask our army just to head over to, yes, defend Colchester here because it is currently getting raided by some dirty Vikings. Now hopefully we can win. We should be able to because all seems to be pretty good here. What we're going to quickly do is while we're in our studies and we are waiting for the battle reports to come through there, we're going to have a quick check of the previous battles. So we do know that we won the Battle of Thetford. Now this was against... What's happened to your face, sir? That looks terrible. That looks... How is your helmet even still on? So this battle is a victory. So we didn't lose that many men from the reports, and they lost a fair few men. So this is absolutely excellent. We're going to have a quick look at the reports and just see exactly if anybody stands out. We do know that Reeve Osmond of Malden, he really seems to have shone quite nicely there, which is pleasant. We do need to go through our Reeves because obviously some of these here are probably not names we really know, so we will go through them. So one of our valiant soldiers has managed to wound an enemy chieftain. This is excellent. And rampage through our soldier became a berserker, probably because his helmet was too small. So that is wonderful news, really wonderful news. We have also won the victory here against the raiding Vikings in West Seax. That is all going well. We're not going to check. I'm sorry, sir, you really need a beard. So that is all going well. Yes, we know we're being raided. So Alfred has been studying day and night, and he's managed to find some new things. So he has decided that he is really looked into the court physician and the treatments and trying to help the treatments that our court physician can give us. So that is absolutely wonderful. That will help our court physician Giovanna. That will help her. Absolutely wonderful. Spread on the good words, Alfred. You are doing an excellent job. You look very majestic, sir. So that is absolutely wonderful. What we're going to do is we do have, apparently, one of our council positions has become vacant. Now, this is our... Yes, this is our spy master. I wonder what happened to our old spy master. Perhaps he died. We never really heard too much about it. So what we're going to do is we are going to ask the Earl of Kent here. He is an amateur plotter, so I think he will do a reasonably good job in this role. We're not too fussed about the spy master as of yet, so we'll have to wait and see. And it does appear, yes, so it does appear that our Cuthred here, who was our spy master, he got his head ripped off. So that is one hell of a way to die, sir. So there we go, absolutely wonderful. We've got our army here in West Seax. We are going to head over and try and help out as much as we can. We do need some more backup because things are getting a little bit tasty at the moment. We do also need to help our dear friend Berkrud. Now, Berkrud currently has a small problem with some Vikings that are trying to capture the Earldom of Jorvik. So this is Lindsay. Lindsay is from where our beautiful wife is from. We do need to try and help him as soon as possible. However, we simply haven't got the men to help. We really need to help Edmund try and defeat Ivar as fast as possible. However, Edmund only has 300 men left. Sir, you only have 300 men. You really are relying on us here. So what we're going to quickly do is we are going to raise our forces, of course, but it is getting late. It is time for Alfred's bedtime. He's had a busy day. He has just been made the King of Wessex and he has a lot of planning to do. So Alfred, myself, we're going to say goodbye for now. Join us next time as we will be helping our good friend Edmund here. My God, sir, you are not looking all that pleasant. So we are going to help our good friend Edmund. Let's see if we can't beat Ivar. Make sure we can't beat the Vikings. We'll catch you next time, guys.